You're listening to WTUL New Orleans, Storm Surge of Reverb, surf and instrumental rock and roll. College radio is about challenging your listeners. I think that's the sort of listeners we get, people that want something fresh, something new. People really want to seek out hand-picked music. I think people are tired of algorithms in a lot of ways. I think people want to hear what they don't know they wanted to hear. Surf music is not something that people expect to hear on the radio, and we're here to give it to them. I always wanted to be a DJ at WTUL. I grew up listening to WTUL. It's a place that I found new music as a kid growing up. And for me, WTUL was sort of a lifeline. You know, there were these people, I didn't really know them personally, but they were people that I felt like I could relate to and I could learn from just by listening in. We're in an amazing city to have a college radio station. There's so much music around, so many bands that we can have them in studio and talk with them, have in-studio performances. And we've had legends sit down in these chairs. One of the historical successes of college radio is bringing back the king of the surf guitar, Dick Dale. In the 90s, he had some comeback records. And of course, commercial radio is not interested in instrumental music from an old man, but college radio was. And they gave him a big boost, and you know, that's the power of college radio. A friend of mine had left a Dick Dale CD in my car, and I was infatuated with it. Somewhere around 2010, I started doing it here at WTUL, and it's been going ever since then. If you're a music fan and you feel like you have a music specialty that you want to share with the world, then I think you should get involved. There's a bit of a training program. You take a few classes, you shadow a DJ, and you got to take on some bad slots. It's a rite of passage that everybody does a middle of the night slot. I was doing a 2 to 4 a.m. show, and because you think nobody's listening, you can do whatever. And so I was spinning records backwards, 4 things at a time, and I got 2 calls, one after another. The first one says, "Can you believe it? I'm 6 years old and listen to this stuff." And then immediately after that, I get a guy that calls in and he says, "Listen, man, I don't know if any of us are really sane, but I'm going to bed. There's more sanity there." I was really proud of that. We all end up a little nostalgic for those weird slots, but it's worth it. You know, it's amazing having a voice and being a part of this community of interesting Tulane students and community members and learning from them, finding new music from them. People recognize me by voice. People tell me that their kids grew up listening to this show. Nobody forgets about their WTUL experience, and it's kind of a part of us. It's something that binds all of us that have been through here. I had a landlord that was a WTUL DJ, and I think that's part of the reason I got the apartment. Our most famous alum is the talk show host Jerry Springer. He said,
"It was my first job in broadcasting, and it's been downhill ever since."